as well. Is there anything you'd like to see cleaned up in the second half?
Nothing cleaned up. I just want my team to score. I told them we have to break the record, so I think we have to score about 102 points. So I want to see us score.
That would be a record, for sure.
We need it.
Let's check in courtside with Craig Sager.
Well, both coaches very disappointed with their team's lack of defense in the first half. Rex Kalamian told me, he says, I keep teaching defense, preaching defense, telling them to play D, and they're not playing any D at all. I want to pick up their men early. If we can keep it under 120 points, I think we can win. Meanwhile, Nate McMillan had a very, very point-blank message to his team. He says, guys, this is an opportunity to play the game the right way. You are not doing that. You're opening up. You're letting guys go right to the basket. To me, as a coach, that's embarrassing.
These two coaches off the staffs of the Sunday All-Star coaches. Rex Kalamian works under Scott Brooks for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And, of course, Nate McMillan, the longtime NBA head coach, is now the lead assistant for Frank Vogel's Indiana Pacers. Team Hill in the road uniforms. Team Weber in white tonight, as Harrison Barnes gets Team Hill going. And once again, it's a 1-point lead for your guys.
It is, and I'm afraid for the coaches that these guys didn't listen to that. They're not interested in this game playing defense.
Utter disregard for their coach's instructions.
Yeah, and that's
shocking.
Nate McMillan may have coached an All-Star game before, but yeah, that advice falls on deaf ears in All-Star games.
Lillard had a clear route to the rim, and he converts. Team Hill leads it by 3. Sullinger took his time.
When you make threes like that, Grant, you gotta. When he makes threes like that, you gotta crowd the three-point line, and we drive, baby.
Wow.
Beal drops it for Valanciunas, and Jonas throws it down. What a great story these Toronto Raptors are in the first half of the season.
They played great. They made a trade. They got rid of Rudy Gay, allowed for DeRozan to play big as Davis finishes at the rim. And they really have come on in the Eastern Conference. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They defend. They're a great team to watch in the Eastern Conference.
Third seed in the Eastern Conference as things stand here at the All-Star break, as Kelly Olynyk goes up high and throws it down.
Great hair, baby. Great hair.
Fabio.
Back to a 1-point game with Harrison Barnes, second-year forward from the Golden State Warriors, working on Davis, and he'll take it in and score it for Barnes. Barnes coming off the bench now for the Warriors after starting most of his rookie season after the changes they made.
Don't know yet how that transition is working out. They're not playing that well. He doesn't seem to have all the rhythm that he wants to talk earlier. Ooh, nice one-hand. Hey, homage to Kareem with the one-hand running scoop, but yeah, a little bit of trouble up there, but you want to see how their grit and toughness is going to work them through these situations.
Warriors are tied with Phoenix for the 7th-8th spot in the Western Conference, with Memphis coming on right behind them at number 9 right now. And a lot of folks felt like the Warriors would at least have a first-round playoff series on their home floor.
Well, the expectations after last season, and particularly in the playoffs, they were picked as a team to be in the top part of the Western Conference. And right now, they are struggling. They haven't really found that rhythm yet. And certainly last year, Barnes played really big for them, particularly in the playoffs.
Talking about someone that's playing well and they're getting better. I'm so happy that John Wall got better. Why? That guy right there, Bradley, they feel is going to be a beast. And I think the better that his teammates get, the more it allows him not to have that pressure in the beginning of the season, to be able to understand who he is and go to his strengths. I tell you, John Wall improving has really helped that man like that.
You hear the crowd every time Anthony Davis touches the basketball or knocks down a shot, as he just did there. He's 7 of 11 from the field for 14 points. As Barnes goes back to work. That's some questionable Team Webb defense there, as you see Sullinger go to work on the other end.
Hey, Captain, how you doing, Kareem? We love you. We pay homage to the greats.
That looked like a Celtic move from back in the 50s right there.
And by the way, there was so much discussion this week after Steve Smith's interview with LeBron James about the Mount Rushmore of the NBA.
Oh.
I was shocked how often Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was left out of the top 4 by the folks making those lists.
Well, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has really had a great career, and obviously I think in that conversation sometimes is left off. But There's so many great guys. It's all very subjective. I really can't wait to see this interview. I really feel like LeBron opened up to NBA TV's Steve Smith.
That's right. Player to player. And, you know, you're right, Grant. And I think when you look at it, Bill Russell is an automatic. But I would say with Kareem, I don't know of one player in the world that is dominated on every level.
Every level.
High school, college. What was his record in college? 80-2. That was his record in college in 3 years. 80-2. So to not have him be on there. But hey, isn't it a great argument not only for the barbershops, the guys that played? It's no right answer, and those are the best arguments when it's basically who did you grow up on and who did you love watching play?
I agree. Not only the league's all-time leading scorer, but Kareem possessed the most unstoppable shot in basketball history.
And why don't more guys use that shot? I know it doesn't look good. It's kind of, you know, it's not a popular move.
It's funny. I always thought it looked really cool.
Yeah, well, especially when it goes in.
Barnes tries the corner three and gets it. Harrison Barnes knocks him down, and he has 14. Olynyk on the other end to the reverse and a quick ball.